welcome back to the channel. The weather finally turned, so we had some time to test some stuff. So the daily driver, the one the kids drive, is due for a coating. After about 2.5 years, the P&S Legend just gave up on it. I've been kind of testing some sprays here and there, but not really a full coating. But now that I have time, and now that it's getting to be spring, I thought it'd be a good time to coat it because we're getting bombed with pollen. Anyway, the coating that I'm going to be looking at here is Luminus Solid. It's a new coating from a brand out of Korea. So the stuff that I've tested from them so far has been pretty good. This is not a how to prepare your car for a coating video. If you want to see one of those, go check out one of the other channels like EC Details, Jamie the Cleaner, Ryan Weiss, Ammo NYC. Those guys have tons of really good content on what you need to do to get ready to coat your car. This car has already been polished. I polished it with Gold Standard from DIY. Then I hit it with Fiero after I paint prepped that, obviously. I hit it with Labo Cosmetica Fiero, which is the first time I'm trying a prep polish. So looking forward to seeing how that works. So I did that, and then now you are gonna join me in coating the car, and we'll take a look at it and see what this coating's all about. So thanks again for coming by, and enjoy. All right, you can see instructions, which I definitely don't need. Actually, Luminus did a good job. They did a little video on how to install this, which is good. Also talked to some of the local experts named Conway, and he was telling me, this stuff doesn't really have an indicator. The Luminus coatings, they go on and then they come off within 1 minute, which mirrors what Luminus was saying. As I used this, I sort of found that it did do a little bit of rainbowing, but it's not like a pan coating rainbows. It's not very obvious. So I would agree, it doesn't really have much of an indicator. So I just, heavily prime. This is a very thick coating, very high solids. So, as I'm getting used to it here, I'm making sure that I have enough on my applicator. One thing I noticed is as it got later, my dehumidifier got a little more efficient. Humidity dropped to probably 45. Right now it's probably 60. So wipe off is far better at 45. Definitely my preferred towel, the final level, the level 1 from Thor. Very nice towels. I would buy a case of them, even though I don't do this for a living. It's just fun for me. And here you can see it's interesting. It's a little wax-like right there, which I thought was cool. It's probably one of the easiest coatings I've used for wipe off, next to pans. His is definitely the easiest that I've used. So I'm checking here for slickness. Not really getting it right yet. Some coatings are slick right away. This one, I can tell you, is not really slick at all. I wouldn't call it grabby. It's not like a polymer net shield kind of grabby, but it's also not slick. It's not what you expect. I'm hoping that means the durability is going to be there, because I can get slickness with other products. Like, after my first wash, I'll throw on some Yum detailer, or I was going to try also Easy Up, their detailer. Potentially the Katiba, slick detailer, the Thai slick, just to, because all I'm looking to add is slickness. And to be honest, like I just feel like it protects a little more. I can't empirically prove that. Luminus says this is 9H, for what it's worth. The LM graphene's 10H. I wouldn't expect a ton of difference. But you can see I'm laying it on kind of thick. This is a coating that, for this little car, I probably used 30 milliliters. So I'm glad they give it to you in the big 50 milliliter bottle. And, I'm a little paranoid too with all the coatings that are showing signs of wear. I definitely wanted to get it on there as thick as possible. Here you can start to see a little bit of that rainbow. It's very difficult to see, but you can see a little bit of it. Very obvious signs of where the coating is, so it's easy to wipe off. But again, I would just ignore any kind of faint rainbowing and just give it that 60 seconds and then wipe off, even 30 seconds, kind of depending on what your humidity is. You can already tell though it's a extremely glossy coating. This car was already pretty glossy after I hit it with that Fiero. First time I'm using that, after seeing the extra bonding that it gives. This car is outside all the time, so I thought I needed all the help I could get. I'm curious to see how long this is going to last me. I find as a lot of coatings need that wet line. This one, I put it on so thick, I felt like I didn't really need to do a wet line. On some of the parts I was trying it, but again, it was on heavy on that applicator, so it worked well for me. All right, so let's see the car after. You can hear all the birds. They're super excited to have somewhere to perch now. I stole this particular shooting idea from my friend Greg. He did some drone work, which I thought was super cool. I never thought about using my drone, but thank you, Greg. But you can see the gloss here, man. It is it's a very candy looking gloss to me. Again, I don't know if it comes through on camera, and I know you guys are impatient, so I'm not going to make you wait to see the hydrophobics. I'm going to go right into my first wash, which is 1 week later. Foaming it down with some Yum foam here. First time using that product. It's fantastic. Good product. I actually used the citrus before this because I had so much pollen on the car after that 7-day period. So 10-to-1 citrus definitely starts melting that pollen. The foam keeps it in contact, keeps it from drying. You can see the sun here. It's a little windy as well, so good product. Definitely starting to get more into that line. This contact wash here, I know you guys like that clean mitt for those real detailers. And then I'm not gonna make you watch this whole thing, but so here we go after the wash. It's definitely hydrophobic. The Korean coatings I've tried definitely are. I have the Katiba coating on the other car. And if I had to pick one for hydrophobics, the Kata is probably more beady than this. But again, this one just seems very like a shell. I know I keep using that word, but it's like, I don't know, it just seems thick. And I guess that makes sense because I did use 30 mils, but you can see the water rolling off. We'll update you guys on how this coating is performing throughout its lifetime, but so far definitely pleased with it. It's very easy to wash, very easy to dry. Water definitely evacuates off, but even after a week, not that slick yet. So like I said, I'm going to throw something on top of it to give it more slickness, just because that's what I like to do. And here's some after shots of post wash. Yeah, you can see just, I don't know, this is always a fun shot here, just to dry the panel. And then after the car is done, had a little wipe down with the Yum Detailer, some baby goats, and it's pretty glossy. Definitely one of the glossiest ones that I've tried. So again, I'm enjoying it so far. We'll keep you guys posted. Like and subscribe if you want. Appreciate you guys watching. Thanks again.